What's up, guys? This is Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets. I'm going to break down some big news that's coming out involving the cheaper Model Y that should be coming out soon, and what's happening so far, given all the technical aspects of this market. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice whatsoever. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link that's down below, or use my QR code right over here to sign up. If you sign up for Moomoo with the link down below and deposit $100, you're going to get $20 of free NVIDIA stock. If you deposit $2,000 or more, you're going to get $50 worth of NVIDIA plus a $100 cash reward. Deposits $10,000 or more to get $300 worth of NVIDIA plus $100, or deposits $50,000 or more to get $1,000 of free NVIDIA plus that $100 cash reward. You're also going to qualify for an 8.1% APY on uninvested cash, and the offer ends very soon, so please use my link down below to sign up. Anyways, as far as Tesla's going, we're looking quite good right now. We're gapping up as you predicted. We were looking for some kind of bounce on Tesla, and we're going to be watching to see if we could hold above 440.25. If we do, we're going to be looking for 445 next and eventually 450. That would also align with this high right here, looking like it could be forming like a head and shoulders. But either way, we're just going to focus on this one step at a time, and it still looks like Tesla could be going a bit higher. Now, if we hypothetically reject on Tesla and lose this support right here at this 438 area, there is going to be a risk of us coming back down to fill the gap at 430. For now, we're looking more bullish and we're favoring more upside, especially after this news that just came out. So I'll talk about that in just a second. And that is what's fueling Tesla right now. So there's been a lot of news about how Tesla's been promising a more affordable Model Y, which would be a killer in China. It would help them so much and in a lot of different areas. And this might be what it's going to be looking like based off leaked photos. However, we will have to see for sure. Despite that, Tesla did post this, and you guys can see that the headlights look very similar in this X post that Tesla posted compared to like this one right here. So this might be what it's about to look like. So it's possible. And then they posted this about 11 hours ago. There's like a teaser film. It doesn't show much, just shows the headlights are on in the dark. And you could see that there is something that's about to be coming. So many people believe it's going to be Tesla's new Model Y updates. There's going to be a new variant of it that's a lot more affordable. Right off the bat, the budget Model Y is going to be lacking the front light bar that normally sits between the daytime running lights. And there's going to be less features that Teslas typically have from what I'm seeing in reports. We did go over this in a previous video, but this is what you're going to be expecting from a more affordable model. Keep in mind, there's a lot of competition in China, so this could be a game changer for Tesla. They may absolutely crush the market there if we end up getting this. There's also been some news that, once again, the new vehicle could be debuting very, very soon. Possibly as soon as tomorrow. We'll have to see about that, though. And then once again, it could be a $40,000 Model Y. Some sources say around $35,000 is how much it may cost. So we'll see about that, what Tesla's about to launch. Let's just be a little bit more patient with this. And then on top of this, once again, there might be some kind of events tomorrow where investors await for a more affordable model. And then we'll see what ends up happening as time goes on. Once again, Elon Musk has been talking about this for quite a while. He actually said that, and like these were his words, that Americans are broke nowadays. And once again, having something more affordable would be very, very good. Could this be a sign that there's not only more economic hardships to come, but higher unemployment and the possibility of a recession? It's a possibility, right? But I want to make it very, very clear that regardless of that, I wish Americans the best. And what's about to happen is going to be very, very big for Tesla, and this could be a game changer for them. Now, for more pieces of news, we're on the sixth day of the U.S. government shutdown. It's terrible to see this happening, in my honest opinion, because it's going to have a big effect on governmental services and lots of federal employees. But the Senate and House are still working to come up with an agreement. Hopefully, they come up with something very soon. As long as this shutdown continues, a lot of federal data is not going to be released, which is not the best for the Fed. So we'll see how it goes. There's also been some big news this morning about how OpenAI has reached a deal with AMD that could give it a 10% stake in the chip maker. And that is a very, very huge piece of news. I think that this could be very, very big for AMD. Some companies like Macy's are anticipating that there's going to be an increase in sales coming, but it's not going to be as powerful as what we saw, with the 10-year average, or what we saw like last year, right? So there's slowing sales as a result of less spending and higher unemployment. So that's what you basically anticipate. On top of this, it's going to be a very quiet earnings week, but things do get very intense next week, in my opinion. And then today we just have a couple of bill auctions. We just have the 3 and 6 month bill auctions, so we'll see what that leads to. So, anyways, I just want to focus on the charts from this point on. Now that we kind of like went over the news, Tesla's looking bullish. We have support at that 438 area. If 438 fails us, we're looking for 435, and if those both fail us, then we're looking for that gap fill all the way down to 430. But if we're bullish, you want to see us hold above 440.27. As long as that holds, I think 445 is coming. And then if that breaks, our next target is going to be around this 450 mark. Right now, there's a lot of excitement with the Model Y, the new event where they're going to be potentially launching. We don't know for sure if it's going to be the affordable Model Y, but lots of sources suggest that's most likely what they're about to announce. And with that potentially coming out, okay, let's see what Tesla has to tell us. I think there's a lot of excitement. I think Tesla was due for a technical bounce anyways. So we're favoring that we're going to be testing 445 and maybe even 450. So long as we don't lose 440, I think there is upside potential on Tesla. I think we're doing a great job at pushing right now. So I would not rule out 445 to 450 on Tesla for some temporary upside. So that's what I'm seeing for now as the most likely possibility. Now on SPY, we have a big test coming, okay? And I was talking about this yesterday. See how we had this high right here? We were talking about the possibility of a head and shoulders on SPY. We were not able to really take out this high so far at 672. We kind of like touched this. If we take out this high, we're bullish. We're going to be looking for a breakout to new all-time highs. But if SPY struggles and can't take out the high right here, then plan B is going to be that if we get back below 670, then do expect 668 or below for a big move down. So if 670 fails, look for a bigger move down. If 672 breaks, we're looking for a bigger move up. So keep that in mind and watch your levels. We're kind of range bound in the pre-market between 670 and 672. We have a possible slanted head and shoulders, but nothing's guaranteed yet. Let's wait for confirmation. Lose 670, I will be leaning a bit more bearish. We could be looking for 668 or below. Break 672, then we could be continuing to break all-time highs. Well, it's not just 672, excuse me. It's pretty much this previous all-time high right here, the high from Friday. You want to break that to be really bullish. So I see a slanted head and shoulders forming. There's a risk of us rejecting, so we'll have to see how it goes. For the QQQ, we have a bearish divergence. We pumped a bit with all the news involving AMD and such. If we could hold above 608, I do expect 610 or above. But if 608 fails us, the main support is right over here at the 606 area. If 606 fails on the QQQ, there's a gap to fill at 603. So we're going to see how it goes. We're going to gap up when we open. Break 608, we're bullish, but lose 606-ish, and we're looking for a dip back down. That is your range for now, 606 to 608 on the QQQ, and we'll have to see how it goes. For the IWM, we're still looking bullish. We dumped, then we pumped. If we could break 248, we're looking for like 249, then 250. But if it loses 245, we're turning back down. We're testing resistance at 248. It still looks very strong. I want to see if we can break 248s to continue, but there is upside potential. So notice on ES, we've been trying to push, but we're still fighting this resistance. So we're still in the middle. Break 6,800, we're bullish, but lose 67, 64, and we're going to be turning back down. So we're still in the middle. There's a slanted head and shoulders, though, so we'll have to see how it goes. But look for 67, 64, and we'll see what happens from there if we break past it or not. On NQ, we have 25,250. If we break that, we're bullish, but if we lose 25,000 flat, we're going to be turning back down. There's a slight bearish divergence. We're in the middle, but this looks more bullish to me. If we can break 25,200, I do think we continue to pump, so there is upside potential nonetheless. For others out there, we also have Bitcoin favoring 125,000. There is tough resistance here. If we break that, we're going to continue to pump. Nvda is dipping. It might be retesting 182, and we'll see if we bounce. So there is some downside risk. Apple's in the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if it retests like 256, then try to bounce. We're still technically in a range. Coinbase looks bullish. We've broken past resistance. If 390 holds, we're looking for us to get closer to like 400 very soon. It's still holding up very well. Some more good news. AMD is on fire. I think this is what's helping the market. Could be looking for an attempt for 240 after the big deal that was signed with OpenAI. Amazon got a rejection, looking for this gap pull back down to 219. If that fails us, we're looking for 218. Meta's on a bit of a downtrend. Unless we get back above 715, we're going to be favoring a move back down to the low 700s. So I'm still seeing this looking bearish. Google could be dipping back down to 243, and then Microsoft is kind of consolidating. We have 516 as our main support and 521 as our resistance, so we're still technically in a range. 516 could still be retested at least nonetheless. Now the VIX, it's starting to pop a bit, could push a little bit higher, but then we're going to see if it rejects at least temporarily. We're going to see if it also breaks out later on in this flag. So maybe it kind of like comes lower like this, and eventually if it breaks out, we're going to see about that. But for now, the market does want to go a bit higher. We're going to be watching the range on SPY. And as far as Tesla goes, unlike SPY and the QQQ, it is looking more bullish. But let's see how well we hold above 440.2. As long as that holds, we're looking for 445. If it doesn't hold this, we're looking for support at 438 and 435. If those break, there's a big gap to fill below. So watch your levels to see which way we go. Although we're trying to push a bit more and we have upside potential, I would recommend watching your levels and to be very patient nonetheless. I'm very excited about Tesla's new, more affordable model. Why? But let's wait for confirmation by Tesla. Right? You don't want to make too many assumptions at first because there could be other pieces of news we're missing. So let's wait and see how it goes. This is exciting. Tesla will gap up and we'll see if Tesla could continue to hold or not. So watch your levels, be unbiased, and play the charts. Thank you for listening and peace out.